Hey, Gemini, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right. Why do I get the energy here, Gemini, that you're wrapping up a very important cycle? And I feel like this cycle is being wrapped up before the start of Gemini season. Okay. A lot of you, this cycle has to do with gaining knowledge. Maybe it's karma, because karma is showing up as your first card out here. This is actually the Temperance energy, Sagittarian energy, and it is about karma, it's about patience, it's about learning, but I also see there's divine intervention taking place here, and you even have the books as well, so knowledge. There's an energy here of you learning a lesson, not repeating it. I am getting the World, and that, I feel like, we could see the World here. Look at that. We have some deep healing showing up in the past. So a lot of you, you've been on this healing journey for quite some time. Yeah, look at that. You've departed from a situation. A lot of you, you've been going through a major transformation. Wow. Yeah, you've been in this cocoon energy of the death. There could have been an abrupt ending that is leading to or has led to a fresh start. Bottom of the deck, you have the Eggs, which is about a fresh start. Okay, how would you like? Thank you, Spirit. Perseverance, putting in the work. You're satisfied here with some sort of results. Yeah, you're satisfied by making the choices that you're making from here on out. I feel like it's almost like a redemption is kind of what I get here. Redeeming oneself. Perhaps this is within a relationship. This is within you. I feel like you're getting honest, and I'm hearing the words rigorous honesty moving forward. So starting out here, the fire has been ignited, right? This is a very powerful energy here about ambition, about goals, about inspiration, about passion as well. And I'm getting that it's almost as if a new match has been lit. And it's like you kept trying to light a match that has already been lit, right? You can't, after you strike that match, you can't strike it again. It's like once it happens, you just kept kind of trying to strike the match and get a flame out of it. But I feel like it wasn't happening. And for some of you, there's a new match coming in here. That could be symbolic in many different ways. Maybe a new match energetically. This could be a new match when it comes to some passion or fire within your soul. I'm also getting here CH could be significant. CH could be Charlotte or someone's name. Please take that as it resonates. Now, the goals here are, I'm just getting very fiery, very passionate, relationship goals, relationship within the self. This is within your life. So you're re-examining here all that you've kind of been through, Gemini, and where you're going from here on out, and you're taking the lessons and the opportunities and the knowledge of the past, and you're taking them with you into the future. But I also see that you've learned so so much. Some of you could even write a book on your experiences. Some of you may have been told that you should write about this relationship or write about your dating life, because I feel like you've been through a lot. And some of you may have even wrote a memoir, or maybe you write fiction novels or something of that nature. But I am getting that you've learned so much about who you are. And even though it's been a slow process here, okay, it's been a little bit of a slow process with the cart, you're finally coming to a point in your life, Gemini, where there is a fresh start here showing up after the chariot kind of dragging its wheels in the mud, right? It's like reigniting that match, but it's already been burnt out. And I feel like something that's been a long time coming. Maybe you've been in a relationship for 20 years. Maybe you have been single for quite some time, there is an exciting fresh start here, because look at this. You have the eggs and the spices. Exciting situation. This is news. Some of you, fertility with the eggs here as well. So maybe a new family dynamic here, a move, a new relationship, but this does look really beautiful. And this is subconscious. It's what's coming in, bottom of the deck energy here. So, excuse me. So I feel like there is new energy on the horizon, but you've had to walk a lot of miles is kind of what I'm getting. You've had to walk a lot of miles in some sort of difficulty or muck or challenge. Now, starting off with the tarot, you have major arcana temperance coming in. Now, a lot of people look at karma as a bad, but it's one of the laws, the universal laws of basically cause and effect. What you put out there, you're going to get back in return. So when the temperance shows up here, I feel like there's a fated or destined relationship or situation that's coming in for you, if it hasn't already, requiring you to have patience, but also it's about self-control, right? Controlling what you can, right? Which is your behavior, your emotions based on what you've learned, but releasing external situations that are out of your control. And I feel like you are stepping out of the karmic wheel. For some of you, you may have been in a very toxic relationship or a karmic cycle where you've needed to learn some very valuable lessons. And maybe that's part of that match, you know, being reignited, because you pulled out a brand new match from the matchbox, right? You're not trying to, you know, swipe that same match that's already kind of burnt out here. And for a lot of you, that's why you have this slow progress here showing up, because it was like you were doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. And we all know what that definition is. Now, I'm not calling anyone insane here, but it's almost as if you can look back on it now, Gemini, and say, what was I doing? What was I thinking? But maybe you needed to learn some more lessons around maybe patience or around trust, around surrender, around releasing control. And that was part of the lessons and opportunities from a situation. Divine timing is at play here for you. And I feel like you're bringing in more peace, because what's crossing your path here is honesty. Because what's the opposite of honesty, right? Dishonesty, betrayal, lack of loyalty, lack of trust. So I do feel here that that has been a big part of your past. And look at this. You have the eggs here showing up, the colorful eggs. And then you also have the eggs. So definitely an energy here of new beginnings, of fertility. This could even be around Easter for those of you that may celebrate Easter. And I also see with this page of Pentacles showing up, this is you birthing a new opportunity in the physical world. Whether it is, you know, a new relationship, it could be a new home. Some of you, you are moving, you are maybe even transferring for work. You could be at a distance, but I feel like you're getting honest with yourself. This page energy has been showing up for a couple of signs, and it's to open you up to new perspectives, new ways of seeing things that maybe you weren't able to see in the past as clearly as you can now. But I'm also getting you being honest with yourself. That's really important here. As you step out of this karmic wheel, as you stay in this energy of, you know, patience and temperance, angels are with you. So there is an angelic energy around you that is helping you come out of this slowness. It feels very, very slow, but in the eyes of spirit, it's like the blink of an eye. So for some of you, sometimes this can be years, sometimes it can feel like a lifetime, right? But you getting honest with yourself is key here, Gemini, to creating this new beginning, having this fresh start, and being honest with others and raising your vibration to attract other people who are trustworthy, who are loyal, who want to grow and build with you. So if you're in a relationship, I am getting here that communication could be a factor. Perhaps you've kind of become roommates, or maybe you've, again, want to reignite something. Is there room to reignite? Absolutely, if you want, but it can't be from the same energy, the same match that there was something that burnt out. There needs to be a shift in energy. A new vibration needs to come in between the both of you. And if you're single, I definitely see that you are stepping out of some sort of old into the new. Now, what's in the past here is the star. Wow, deep understanding of your human experience, a deep understanding of healing within you, why you had to go through a certain situation. When the star shows up, this is Aquarian. This is about hope. You've been praying, right? You've been praying and doing a lot of healing, and the star shows up after the tower. So I do feel, Gemini, that a lot of you have gone through a tower moment here in matters of the heart. And in the deep past, you've done a lot of evaluating, a lot of thinking, right? You're an air sign, so you've really wanted to understand the whys, the ins and outs, the how could I have done better, or what could I do better this time? And that's why you have the books card showing up here, because you've gained the knowledge that you have set out to acquire in that soul contract. And if you're still with this person, if there is a person, there's a deep understanding of the roles that you play with each other. Okay, so I like the healing card showing up because, yeah, there's been an ending here for you in the past, and it's been maybe even it's like a slow burn. And I almost feel some of you got burned, right, with this fire. It's like you played with fire, you got burned, and there was a lot of passion, a lot of desire. It does have me thinking that this was maybe a karmic relationship where it comes in hot, right, and then it kind of sizzles out, and there could have been bitterness, resentment, jealousy, some suppressed emotions, some childhood wounding, all of that kind of came bubbling to the surface in some sort of situation here. Now, in the recent past, there was a departure. You got yourself out of a sticky situation or a situation that was beyond repair, right? Because you realize that you can't reignite that same match. You can't be in that energy. There is no growth. And it's almost as if you felt suffocated here with the Six of Swords. So with the Six of Swords showing up, this is about freeing yourself from a situation that was beyond repair and opening your eyes up to gaining some sort of necessary clarity that you needed to leave the past behind and move forward. Okay, you see here that this bluebird is carrying a leaf. And I feel like this leaf is representing a new day, a new dawn, a new energy. It is alive again after it's been torn down. You can see that he's sitting perched on top of this tree it's almost like it got struck by lightning with the tower, right? And there's one little leaf, and he's saying, even though I can't stay here, I don't have the energy is no longer present in this tree. It's struck down. Everything kind of came down. It maybe had to burn, crash and burn is kind of what I get here. Yeah, something had to crash and burn in order for you to rise from the ashes. And that's why we have the death card showing up above you here. This is major transition, major transformation. It's also in the form of that infinity symbol, the 8, which 2024 is an 8 year. Now, when this death card shows up, there is the death of a situation here, a time of an ending, a rebirth. Yeah, I keep getting that phrase, crash and burn. Something needed to crash and burn here in order for you to have a fresh start, but you're coming out of that, burn part or crash part, and you are moving towards adapting to a new life or adapting to a new way of doing things. You have persevere here with the 5 of Pentacles. And some of you have gone through a job loss, or you've gone through maybe a divorce or an ending that left you feeling left out in the cold even with this 5 of Pence. And it's interesting because I am getting the word adaptability, even though this says perseverance here. It's like you are persevering, you're moving forward, you're finally moving out of a situation that, yes, you had to kind of deal with some sort of loss, some tragedy or some difficulties here. But I feel like you are discovering who you are. You see that there's snow all around. So I feel like there's almost like a crystal clear energy of who you are now, where you want to be, because now you can see better. And in the past, you weren't quite able to see 5 feet in front of you. What's the outcome, or what does this look like, or how could this possibly be for my highest good? And with this 5 of Pentacles showing up, I do feel here that you're you're kind of coming in from the cold, okay? Some of you, there were health issues. I'm getting here health issues. There were some money or financial struggles here. Something may have ended. You could be in a relationship where your partner, their job had ended and it really put a strain on the both of you as well. And the challenge here is getting rigorously honest with yourselves about this situation, but knowing that you can persevere and move forward. I absolutely see that here. And you're coming in from the cold. And the reason I say that is because you're not a quitter. You're not going to give up here, Gemini. You do have here the 8 of Pentacles showing up. This is labor of love, right? This labor of love is all about mastering a skill, putting in your best effort. I don't want to say perfecting, but it's almost, some of you, the reason why that's coming up is because you may actually be a perfectionist. But it's almost as if I see, and this is another 8, that infinity, this is going to take some work. Okay, it has, right? It's taken some work on your end, and it's taken some work here to maybe adapt to some situations, regardless of your status, whether you're single or you're in a relationship. It could be putting in the work, but it's a labor of love. And you know what they say, if you love what you are doing, it doesn't feel like work. And I feel like you're making some strong choices here because 8s are about authority. They're about power. They're about control as well. So you are taking a look at what's within your control and what you don't have to necessarily focus on externally, because that can create anxiety and it can create depression. I also see here with this 8 of Pentacles, you're gaining the knowledge. You're dedicating yourself to opening your heart to love. You're dedicating yourself to this fresh start, this new beginning, even if it's been a slow ride. And they're giving me that song, Slow Ride, Take It Easy. Slow Ride, yeah, Slow Ride, Take It Easy. So some of you, you're using your creative skills and your brilliant mind to focus on your vision, to focus on your future. And you're taking the lessons of the past, but you don't want something to crash and burn again, right? You don't want to, it's almost as if one of these eggs here, it's like the egg got cracked too early. So I don't know what that means. If there's something that maybe happened early, very early on in a dynamic or in a relationship that caused things to kind of slow down a little bit. But I am getting here that you have this fresh energy coming in around Gemini season. And even though this is an April reading, I do feel for you, it's like there's preparation. You're putting in the work. You're doing the work on yourself, self-development, maybe taking some classes, going to therapy. You could be reading self-help books. Maybe you're going to, meet someone as well, doing something that you love if you're looking, because I really think this is great for you at this time. Now, what's showing up in your environment is the 9 of Pentacles. This is satisfaction. Look at, you are moving on. You're moving forward here. Your hard work is paying off. Yeah, so if something crashed and burned in the past, it's like you are coming out of the ashes here. You've put in the work towards yourself, and now you're getting to a place where possibly quite independent, creating a life that you love, Gemini. Some of you, the lesson could have been around codependency. The lesson could have been around being single or not being dependent on others, or maybe some of you were too dependent on others, which led you to this labor of love, even if that was self-love. But the 9 of Pentacles is a beautiful energy showing up around you, which means you're rebuilding a sense of safety, security, wealth, right? Your hard work has paid off here. So some of you, if you've been working on yourself for 5, 10 years, maybe your whole life, as we're always working on our evolution and on our growth, I feel like you're coming to a place where you're quite satisfied here. I really like this, Gemini. I sense that this is a big birthday for you as well. Excuse me. It could be a big birthday. Perhaps it's a golden birthday. Perhaps it is, a significant birthday of some sort. Some of you, you'll never be this age again. And I feel like the changes that you have made in the past are exactly leading you to where you are meant to be. And even though there's been a lot of uncertainty in your hopes and fears, there's that anxiety. This is hopes and fears. It's almost as if there's a total eclipse of the heart happening here for you. Yeah, total eclipse of the heart. And we have that full moon lunar eclipse showing up in March. And that could be, depending on when you're watching this, a very, very significant time for you on March 25th. And there's going to be a lot illuminated. And remember what I said about coming in from the cold? It's almost as if you're finding your pack here. Yeah, because look at that. There's 3 wolves howling at the moon, and there's a guy standing there in the shack, the light's on. And even though that full moon is shining there, I feel like some sort of anxiety for you is easing, or it's letting up, Gemini. And I get that everything's out in the open, and that's going to allow you to have this fresh start and this exciting new situation by being very open, being honest, and exposing maybe even some of those anxieties that you have, some of those fears with the moon card. And this is also about your shadows, right? The subconscious is about deep emotions. I feel like there's a big sense of clarity here in the near future that is going to put you on this track towards your final outcome, which is your energy. We have the Knight of Swords, determination. You are determined to have this beginning, to be able to persevere and to get out of anything that doesn't serve you, to have some sort of maybe departure. Look at that, 6 and 6 equals 12. And we see that something is coming like full circle here from the past. It's like you are moving on to bigger and better. And it's like once you now know better, you do better, and there's no stopping you. Okay, once you've decided to say goodbye or to depart from an energy or depart from a belief or some sort of trauma or reignite the spark in some way, shape, or form, there's no stopping you with the Knight of Swords. He rushes towards what he believes is important. He takes charge. He is a warrior. He's a hero. He is assertive. He's very direct. Some of you could be traveling as well by air, possibly. There could be a trip coming in here. I feel like you're determined to maybe get your health in shape, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. But there's this strong drive within you. And that kind of coincides with this ambitious goal that we see. It's like out of the rubble, right? Out of whatever had crashed and burned in the past here. It's actually bringing about a sense of determination, strength, and motivation that you didn't even realize you had. So this is really a powerful, powerful time for you. And I feel like the eclipse season, and I feel April is the catalyst for a lot of these new beginnings. Let's get a message here from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have for Gemini? Come to the edge. I mean, wow. Some of you may be 36 years old. Okay, you have come to the edge here, 36. And the message for you is all about courage. It's about taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress, right? And we see the unknown with the moon. The moon literally is the unknown. And sometimes embracing the unknown can give us anxiety, right? Not knowing. That's why we're watching these tarot readings. That's why we want to, better ourselves, trust and strengthen our own intuition, because we want to focus on what we can control, right? But we also want to know where things are leading us. And I feel like you are being guided, Gemini, to come to the edge. And it says it's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. Yeah, that's that karma card, the temperance. The temperance angels is one of the tarot cards that have the angels on them. It is about being divinely guided. So that's a beautiful reminder here that you are, you are being guided to take this leap of faith, whatever that may be for you. Listen to your heart and soul. Maybe not your head, Okay, it's interesting. Excuse me, interesting because the swords does think with their head, but I feel like it's just as equally important to make sure we have some heart in it too, because what's missing here is the cups, the heart. So it's almost as if some of you may be saying, well, I need to get out of a situation that my feelings were overwhelming me. I can't let the feelings come back in and bring me to a place of the past. I need to learn. I need to educate. I need to understand. But I do see here emotions. I do see here feelings. Even though I don't see any cups here, these big major arcanas are showing up. Even with the hearts, look at all the little hearts on the edge. And so I feel like it is important for you to take a step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. And it says here, it's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you've kept hidden. Yeah, that makes sense with the moon here as well. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. And that could also be part of that Knight of Swords energy where you're putting everything out there. You're laying everything out on the line, right? That's the honesty card here as well with the Page of Pentacles is you're being honest. You're saying this is what where I've been. I know I haven't made maybe the best choices, or, you know, I've gone through a rocky situation. I have worked through a lot of my ups and downs, but this is me. Take it or leave it. I kind of get that energy here as well. And if you're single, I feel like you are on the brink of a huge transformation that is going to lead to a lot of happiness for you here, Gemini. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You'll be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step toward the gods and they will deliver what you truly desire. Now, there is a protection message here as well. Don't let fear lead you into places, Gemini, that you don't want to go. Okay, because most of what you fear at the moment is an illusion stemming from an old belief that isn't even true. Now is the time for courage. You'll not be lost at sea and watch everyone else get what you want while you're left alone, right? That's not going to happen for you. Even though some of you felt that way in the past, right? You felt like you've been left out in the cold. I feel like part of this challenge, part of that karmic cycle or karmic wheel that you were on was to bring you through this transitionary period in order for you to learn more about who you are. And you are being guided here to not let the illusions of the past guide you forward. And you're not going to. That's why you have the Six of Swords, right? You're departing from that energy and you're running straight towards the 12. 6 and 12, right? Which is the Knight of Swords. So come to the edge here. Try not to let your anxieties overwhelm you and get the best of you. It can happen to all of us. But I feel like, excuse me, what you're manifesting is new energy, fresh starts, exciting situations, but you got to be willing to embrace the unknown and trust and have patience. That's why you have the Temperance showing up here. All right, let's get a message here from the Crystal Spirits. What do we have from the Crystal Spirits? I'm getting a lot of purple for you, Gemini. So this could be opening up and activating that third eye chakra even more so. Your vision, right, for the future. And you have a Mukite Jasper. Wow, look at this. You have card 36, card 36. You can't make that up here. So both cards are 36. That could have been a significant number for you. Some of you are definitely 36, or, you know, maybe something had happened around that age, or it will. This is risk, it's adventure, it's new experiences, exploring unknown territory and claiming personal power. Basically everything that come to the edge card says. And it says all relationships evolve by healing old patterns that may have blocked you from experiencing relationships as deeply nourishing and joy-giving. You are also evolving. Don't look at the old maps of where you've been or talk about how things will always be the way they were in the past. The future is full of possibilities, Gemini. Be here now in the present moment. Drawing in the power of Mukite Jasper, Spirit, to amplify your adventurous soul. You are transforming in this moment. There's the Death card with transitioning, right? You're transforming, becoming the person you need to be to have the relationships that you desire. Yes. You are called to banish fear as you sail forth into unfamiliar seas. You can trust yourself now, for you have learned, there's the books, you have learned so very much. Oh, I love the synchronicities here. All right, and for those of you that work with crystals, this is a Mukite Jasper as well. So you could work with this stone to help you shift your frequency and help you rise to the occasion, in a sense, right? For those of you looking for love, and for those of you that are making some major transformational changes in a relationship, learn from the past. Don't repeat them. Don't keep telling yourself the same old story, because that's going to keep you in that energy of reigniting that, trying to reignite that match that's already lost, its flame. Okay, what do we have here from the soul's truth? Oh, they're saying go to. Okay, we're going to go to here from the soul's truth and see what your soul wants you to know at this time in matters of the heart. All right, you have first card out. Am I on the right path? Sometimes we second guess what we are doing and we lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this, Gemini, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing. Keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. Today is soul action. Search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. Yeah, because we see you taking steps. We see you being quite determined here with that Knight of Swords. So you're on the right path, and belief is very important here as you move forward. And lastly, Gemini, we have what passion am I ready to pursue? Your passions will continually lead you to your purpose. What passions have you put to the side, given up on, or buried? What passion is ready to come alive within you? Today is soul action. Write a list of the passions to which you want to give life to right now. Then journal how you can incorporate more of what you are passionate about into your daily life. Trust your soul's whispering and let your passions draw you towards your dream life. Yeah, because some of you, I do get here, Gemini, thank you. I'm hearing the name Stephanie or Steffi. Okay, please take that as it resonates. I'm also getting here someone working or fixing vehicles. Maybe someone works on vehicles. Maybe someone is changing the oil or needs to get their vehicle looked at. Again, take that as it resonates. But I am getting here, there is some sort of new fire emerging within you, and that's you kind of rejoining life here. I am getting almost like a Two of Cups energy. I'm going to pull one more card because I feel that once you open this portal, once you kind of come to the edge here, I want to take a look at when you take that leap, because it almost reminds me of the Fool. I want to see what's on the other side. Spirit, tell me about what is manifesting. Tell me about this fresh start and this exciting opportunity, which may be more towards Gemini season as mentioned, but this is a huge month. April is a big month of change and transformation. It's not to be missed or taken lightly. But let's take a look, a little sneak peek into that fresh beginning that you are manifesting. Look at that. You have the King. There's your, love it. There are your heart cards. Okay, there's the emotion. There's the water. It is the King of Cups, respect. Or excuse me, not heart. They are the Pentacles here, but this is the King of Pentacles, respect, and the Two of Pentacles. It's about choice. So making a choice for happiness, for love, for abundance, for intimacy, for trust, or to maybe stay in this past energy and try to kind of reignite something from the same match, the same energy that it's already kind of burnt out. I feel like you've definitely made a choice, you want to move on. Spirit, tell me about the King of Pentacles, building stability here, because I keep getting water for you. There it is. There's the water. Finally, this is about harmony. Three of Cups is celebrating in matters of the heart. It is family dynamic. It's playfulness. It is the rainbow coming out after a period of a little bit of maybe stormy waters, right? The Three of Cups is parties. There could be wedding receptions. I'm getting school reunions. Maybe some of you are having like a 20-year reunion or a 30 or 40-year reunion. I also see here marriage. This could be marriage proposals. This can be, being a part of a wedding ceremony here, or maybe even a spontaneous wedding for some of you as well. But I do feel here that there's a lot of excitement coming up, soul tribe, playfulness, happiness, and you're well respected here. And if you're looking for love or looking for stability, it's important for you to be here now, not look to the past. As this card had said earlier, not look so far into the future that you lose sight of right here, right now. But that's bringing in this King of Pentacles, respect, right? Stability. This is honor. This is integrity. This is reliability. And there's definitely a celebration coming in. And that's part of this fresh start for you. But you have a choice to make, to be here now or to focus on maybe some of the past. Big messages for you here, Gemini. That is what I have for your love and relationships and matters of the heart for April 2024. If this resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, comment, and thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.